You guys guess, see if you can figure out what car this is.
I think it's Rainbow.
They're just processing right now.
It looks like a McLaren.
The joke might be that none of y'all have even heard of it in the first place, but see if that badge means anything.
Lotus.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before. Is this like a clean energy thing or something?
No. It's actually, it's just a British brand.
Nice.
So none of y'all have heard of Lotus before? All right, well, Lotus, y'all gotta step up your game. Guys, I don't know how we have found ourselves here on this cloudy afternoon, but we are at a McLaren dealership, which also may or may not have some Lotus's Lodi in there. The McLaren dealership is absolutely stacked right now. P1, 2 Sennas, Speedtail, and you have an Elva, a windshield Elva. I don't know if that's more rare or less rare than the ones without. Yeah. Okay. As long as it's a manual. Okay. That's what to me makes the car. Yeah.
All right. Let me find out where it is.
Oh, sweet. Check this out. First Lotus for us. Would you look at that? So you said this color is Nimbus Gray?
Yeah, Nimbus Gray.
Nimbus Gray. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's
got the sport suspension.
Okay. And the manual transmission right in there.
So this is the first edition car, so pretty much these cars with the first edition came with all the options, right?
Okay.
So you have the touring suspension, the sport suspension, manual V6, automatic V6, and then the AMG 4-cylinder with the dual clutch.
Oh, okay. And the V6 is all, they're supercharged in these, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Toyota power plant.
Yeah. Reliability.
There you go.
Well, boys, say hello to our brand new Lotus Emira. That is not our car. I have to disclose that again. I am so sorry. I've once again baited y'all another time. This is not our car. We have it for the week. Shout out McLaren, Lotus of Scottsdale over here, and Lotus in general for trusting me with this automobile. But we are once again turning into an auto journalist, a car reviewer. One of the largest purposes of this channel is sharing cars with you guys, and some of the best ways I get to do that is through the cars that I own, but also that is very expensive, time consuming, and takes a lot of work. And so I can also show cool cars to you guys and cool unique things, even if you may already have known about this car. Maybe there's something new you've learned about it, a new takeaway or whatever, and it doesn't cost me the entire ownership of it and all the efforts of that, because we just have it for a week. We could share our thoughts, and hopefully you guys just understand. I mean, like I said in the past, who would turn down any opportunity to have an Emira for the week? So of course I'm gonna want to share this with you guys, and we do have something really cool planned with this car, because we are gonna take it on a pretty long road trip. Now I want to make it clear, I have never driven a Lotus. In fact, I've never held a Lotus key. We have a nice fob, and this is a 3-pedal car, which is the best thing about it. Little fighter jet flip up right here. Oh yes, we got our supercharged V6 right behind us. It's only taken me about 2 minutes to discover that this car is very fun. Now today's the one day it rained in Arizona, so we gotta be a little bit careful, but upshift. Oh, instant torque. Try and get a little downshift in. Oh my. Oh. I already know my favorite thing about this car is the supercharger back there. You get to hear it, so you have supercharger whine noises, but it just provides instant torque when you put the throttle down, and it is so much fun. AMG GTR spotted. I think that was a Pro too. It's funny, my first thoughts driving this back is, man, I need a supercharged car in my life. Although, forgetting that this exists right here. However, all the superchargerness is almost lost ever since doing the 1,000 horsepower package, because everything is just warp speed, loud bald eagles, and you don't hear it as much. Whereas in this, you hear the whine right behind you, and you could feel torque that almost feels like it shouldn't be there coming from the engine. Regardless, what this would be if I got one of these would be the first British car I'd ever own. And honestly, this would not be a bad pick. So far, I already like what I've been feeling. I was gonna fall in love with the Emira so much that I wanted to maximize my time with it. So I asked the guys if they would let me take it on a little road trip, and they agreed. And so we're driving this thing currently from Arizona over to San Diego. Gonna meet up with some friends and maybe look for car parts, who knows. Of course, I gotta give you guys the storage tour. So I just hold down the button back here and we come over to our rear storage. So mid-engine car, here's your supercharged V6 sitting right there. And then this is your decent amount of luggage space. I mean, we're a two-person group right now traveling. We got room for duffel bags and we got my drone back in here. It's decently sized. And then you have a decent amount of room behind your seats. You can check in there. I got another bag, more rooms, you got a nice net, definitely more than any Lamborghini would have. But you guys might have seen motors in the middle. What is going on up here? There is no storage. This does not open. I mean, it does, but you need some screws and whatnot. They have a giant mounted radiator with some fans, and just all of the cooling is all up here, and there is no storage. So, you know, it's a smaller car, so you can't expect too much with that. But I mean, at least we've been making it work. It's got a pretty heavy soft limiter, but you can hear that supercharger. You can hear it breathing. Surprisingly loud in here for what I expected out of a modern day car. And you hear the supercharger right behind you, that's just the best part in my opinion. And I don't know how they did it. It's a Toyota V6, but this is one of the best tones I've ever heard from a V6. From the inside, it sounds like a GT3. I also love how they have this very long rectangular screen, but the Apple CarPlay gets adapted to it, so you have wide Apple CarPlay. There is a man in the sky right above us right now, freaking paragliding. That is a vehicle. That is one of those things I'd only expect to find in Florida, but that has like 3 wheels on it and a fan in the back. Haley's gonna cover the badge, and we're gonna quiz the girls over here if they could figure out what car this is. You guys guess, see if you can figure out what car this is.
I think it's a McLaren.
They're just processing right now.
It looks like a McLaren.
Alright, what country do you think it's from?
What is it?
Just throw something out there. Just throw something out there. Italy?
England.
England?
Italy.
Italy?
England. I was gonna say
England?
What? I don't know. Spain?
Spain?
Yeah, I was looking thinking Spain. I was thinking the UK. I have no idea.
Okay, it is from England. It is British. Does it say it on the back?
Yeah. It
So
says what it says on the wheel.
Okay, have you heard of it before?
No.
Okay. The joke might be that none of y'all have even heard of it in the first place, but see if that badge means anything.
Lotus.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that before. Is this like a clean energy thing or something?
No,
No.
it's actually, it's just a British brand.
Nice.
So none of y'all have heard of Lotus before? Alright, well, Lotus, y'all gotta step up your game. Because clearly no one here has heard of this thing before. You didn't even have to cover up the badge the entire time. I guess that wouldn't have meant anything.
It was cold for no reason. Wait, how new is
This
the
one?
brand? How new is the brand?
The brand's been around for a long time.
Oh my
But it's just one of those like
They only make
niche
4
enthusiast
cars.
brand. Yeah, they only make like 4 cars.
Oh, wow.
But it's actually got a Toyota engine in it. In the middle. Yeah, it's got a Toyota V6. We got to our hotel parking and the sign says 37 bucks, and we do have our pass right here, but I have no idea how this pass validates the kiosk over there, because that wants me to take a ticket. I already have a ticket. There's only one answer to this problem. Now we are in, and we do in fact have a parking pass, so we're not illegally in this parking lot overnight. So far, I've presented 2 reasons why it's good to have a lowered mid-engine automobile right now. Because once again, this car's low height clearance is actually saving us. I didn't think this all the way through. Let's see. Yo, do we have like a towel or something I could put in between?
Nah, dude.
What do you need? You just need your duffel.
I need my duffel. I need my computer bag.
It's so strange having a car from a different family because when I lock this thing, I've never heard that beep chime before. Like, I'm familiar with Fords, Chevys, the Volkswagen Auto Group, but I ain't ever hear that little dee-dee that this Lotus does. But you learn something new. Well, you could say our journey on our road trip is now complete because we have found the ocean. And here is my little proving example that we have successfully made it to San Diego. And the car has been phenomenal. Honestly, way more fun to drive around the wavy, windy San Diego roads than the flat Phoenix, Arizona roads. Oh yeah. This is where it opens up. How much of the supercharger gets picked up on camera, but like if I just cracked the window down, I could hear a little bit more of it, I think, just coming right behind me from the outside of the car, and you can hear her whine. This thing, it handles like a go-kart, sounds like an RC car. They don't make them like they used to. Okay, so we just bought some car parts. One issue, we don't really have any room back here. We're gonna have to try and fit these behind the seats. Oh, no way.
Light work. Easy.
Dude, that's so clutch. That just shows how much rear seat room there is. I don't know, if I just push that back.
Oh, that's why.
I mean, that's still plenty of room. We're going home with car parts. Mission success. Well, it has been an honor that I've gotten to road trip this car. We've collected a good amount of bugs on the front there and lots of brake dust. Oh, that is pretty bad on the wheels. So yeah, she's been driven. Thank you so much, McLaren of Scottsdale and just Lotus, for allowing me to do this. We've collected our car parts, and now this is what I'm really excited to show you guys for the next video. Voila. This looks like a tail light, and it is particularly for, yep, you guessed it, this car right over here. It definitely needs them, especially considering this part's been punctured and damaged right here all along. But we have some new LEDs, and they'll be installed in the next video onto the car. And back to the Amira, this car is phenomenal. It is so much fun. Between the supercharger noises and torque delivery paired with the manual transmission, you just get theatrics from this car that remind me of something a little more old school, a little more raw than what I'd expect for a brand new sports car. Lotus has really captured the essence of what a true driver's machine is, and if I were to add any British vehicle into the fleet right now, I would definitely have my eyes on one of these. But unfortunately, I do not have the money to just simply add this in. It would have to be at the replacement of maybe the 997. I feel like these two are most similar in certain ways. So, I mean, you guys could let me know your thoughts down below. But I really believe in what this car stands for. They sell these cars in automatic and manual, and Lotus has told me that they've so far sold more manual versions of these. That may not sound like a crazy surprise to many, but almost any current car that's offered in both automatic and suspension manual, such as a Camaro ZL1, for example, they always sell way more automatics. It's, I guess, what the majority population wants. But I mean, Lotus has a true driver population, driver market. And I think the manual is the true essence of this car, and I think there should be more cars that try and strive for what this car has going on. When I was trying to access the rear trunk, I kept on pressing the trunk button and nothing would happen. And then I'd keep on pressing this button down here, keep pressing it, nothing would happen. But you have to hold it down and then it pops open. But that's definitely a safety feature so that you don't accidentally button smash the wrong thing, and then your rear trunk, your rear hood essentially is flying open in the wind. This is a good example of always make sure you do your full research and test everything out before you're about to make a complaint about something not functioning properly on the vehicle. I do think it's smart that this remains a safety feature, and you just have to simply hold every single time you want to open this piece back here.